The following chart displays the pull replenishment process flow. During pick release, system checked for shortfall in pick phase, which is a forward pick subinventory. If shortfall exists, then check if replenishment is feasible. If yes, then the system moves the delivery detail to replenishment requested status and creates a replenishment task. If not, then the lines are backordered. Users can then execute the replenishment task. Then the lines which are in replenishment requested status are then pick released again. And if there are no more shortfall, then the line moves to release to warehouse status and pick tasks are created. Now let's look at some prerequisite setups that are required to achieve the pull replenishment in WMS enabled organizations. The setups include creating an item, setting up a forward pick subinventory, make sure there is some on hand available for this item, and we'll be looking at some of the pick and put away rules related setup that is needed for allocating the sales order and the replenishment move order that we are going to use in this demonstration. Now let's create an item using the item master form. Navigate to the item master form and we'll be creating a simple plain item using the purchased item template. And we'll save the changes and then we'll assign this item to the WMS enabled organization XW1 and save the changes. Next step, we'll review the setup for the forward pick subinventory. To set that up, let's go to the subinventory form using the navigation shown, warehouse configuration, warehouses, subinventories. And for this demonstration, we're going to use a subinventory by name XX forward pick as our forward pick subinventory. And the key setup here is setting up the pick unit of measure for the forward pick subinventory. This is required for pull replenishment to work. And we also going to set up some item subinventory and sourcing information. So we'll enter the item that we created earlier and we'll set up the min max quantity information, and under the sourcing tab we will enter the type as subinventory and specify the subinventory which is going to be the sourcing subinventory for this forward pick subinventory. And we can also mention the locator for this item subinventory and make sure we save the changes. This completes the setup for the forward pick subinventory. Now let's review the pick and put away rule setup that are required. Let's set up a pick rule. We'll navigate to the rules setup form and we're going to use the seeded rule strict pick UOM. This rule will be used to allocate the replenishment move order. Next, we'll set up a simple strategy. To do that, let's go to the strategy setup form using the navigation shown. And we'll set up a simple strategy for advanced replenishment strategy by name, and then we'll associate strict pick UOM rule to that strategy. As a next step, we'll set up the rule assignments. To do that, let's navigate to the rules workbench form using the navigation that is shown. And here for type equal to pick, we'll set up a strategy that we created and specify the transaction type as move order transfer. And similarly, set up a seeded default pick rule and we'll associate that to the transaction type sales order pick. We also set up rule assignments for type put away. We created two sequences 60 and 70 using the seeded default put away rule and assigned them to transaction type as sales order pick and move order transfer. Now let's receive the on hand for the item that we created into the forward pick subinventory and the case subinventory, which is the sourcing subinventory for forward pick. So first we'll go into the mobile and do a miscellaneous receipt transaction. We'll do a miscellaneous receipt for that item into the case subinventory. And click on the done button to complete the miscellaneous receipt transaction. Similarly, we'll try to receive on hand into the forward pick subinventory to partially satisfy the sales order so that we can demonstrate the full replenishment process here. So we'll just receive a quantity of 3 into forward pick subinventory and click the done button and save the changes to complete the miscellaneous transaction. To review the on-hand picture after the miscellaneous transaction, let's go to the material workbench form and we'll query that item to check the availability in the forward pick and the case subinventory. We notice that in forward pick we have 3 as on hand and 72 as on hand in the case subinventory. This concludes all the prerequisite setups needed for full replenishment.